I am currently the Public Diplomacy Officer for the Embassy. And today I will be presenting you Belgium beyond fries, chocolates, and beers. So I think a lot of us here may associate Belgium with Belgian waffles, Belgian chocolates, pralines, the Belgian frites, and the beers, of course. But what a lot of people actually might not know is Belgium is also a hub for higher education, especially that it serves as the seat of the European Union Council. And actually, in the previous year, especially during the pandemic, Belgium is actually also a hub for medicine research and technology because it's one of the leading vaccine hubs and contributors to COVAX. And actually, it's also in Belgium where we first developed the first ever malaria vaccine. Just throwing that out. So, to start, this is one of the most important things I think that I need to share to you about Belgium. So, we have three regions in Belgium. We have the Brussels capital region, we have Flanders, and we have Wallonia in Belgium. And we have 10 provinces as well. And we have the neighboring countries. So since Belgium is situated west of Europe and center of the European mainland, it is neighboring with Netherlands, with Germany, Luxembourg, and France. And then down here, you will be seeing 3 bullet points. So those are the 3 communities of Belgium. We have the Dutch-speaking Belgium, we have French-speaking Belgium, and we have German-speaking Belgium. And then, of course, just some general information. So current population is at 11,548,008. GDP is 599 billion, and of course, euro is the official currency used in Belgium. So studying in Belgium, of course, this is what we're all here for today. What's it really like, especially for interested international students? This year, actually, this photo that you see right here, this is at the Belgian residence. This was during the standoff party that we had for Filipinos who will be pursuing their higher education in Belgium. This was just last August 18. I think an interesting number to look at is that during the pandemic, prior to the pandemic, around 2018, we only sent around 32 or 34 Filipino students to Belgium. But this year, actually, we were able to send 52 students to Belgium. And 15 of them are Erasmus scholars. 9 of them are VLEAR scholars. So VLEAR is the official Flemish Inter-University Council of Belgium who grants scholarships. That is Dutch-speaking Belgium. And then we have 6 students funded directly by the Belgian universities themselves. So meaning they applied for scholarship directly to the university. But 22 are self-funded, meaning they will be going to Belgium with their own capacity. And this is something that the ambassador pointed out during the send-off party. It's an interesting approach to look at because half of the students we're sending are self-funded, meaning whether or not they are scholars, they are very interested to study in Belgium. And I think that in itself is a testament to how viable international education is to Belgium. Right here we see the 2 communities. So higher education in Belgium is divided into 2 umbrellas. We have higher education in Flemish community, and we have higher education in the French community. So the 5 universities here, we have KU Leuven, University of Antwerp, University of Ghent, University of Hasselt, and VUB. And then we have for the French community, the Catholic University of Leuven. We also have Université Libre Brussels, Liège, Namur, Mons, and St. Louis. And then we also have separate colleges for arts. I think it's important to note as well that the education system in Belgium follows the Bologna system of 3 consecutive cycles. So we have bachelor's, master's, and doctorate. And then if you are planning to pursue doctorate or PhD, it's important to take note as well the difference between the university and the university colleges. So there are only 5 types of institutions in Belgium which offer master's programs. The main difference is that research exclusively takes place in the universities and not university colleges. So if you will be pursuing doctorate, uh, this is only awarded by universities. And then scholarships. So for scholarships, it's also divided into 2 different umbrellas. VLIR is as I mentioned earlier, the official Flemish Inter-University Council for Dutch-speaking Belgium. This is a full scholarship. We only have fully covered scholarships for VLIR. There are no partial scholarships here. But of course, it covers your tuition, travel, and will give you a stipend for your 12 or 24-month master's program in Dutch-speaking Belgium. And then for ARES, this is for the French-speaking or the French community of Belgium. So they offer scholarships for both bachelor's and master's, and it's also fully covered. So it covers your international travel costs, your living allowances, registration fees, and even insurances for French-speaking Belgium. And then finally, we also have the Erasmus Plus program, since of course Belgium is also a part of the Erasmus program. So like the 2 previous ones, like VIR and ARES, Erasmus Plus is also a fully funded and all expense paid scholarship, as you've heard in our previous presentation. So why study in Belgium? Actually, during the press conference in EHEF, one of our Goodwill ambassadors was asked the question, why study in Europe? But actually, she said in response to that question is, why not? So here I'm presenting reasons as to why you should study in Belgium or why not study in Belgium. So I minimized it to 4 most important points. So of course we have reasonable living costs. I know it's often a notion that staying in Europe can be quite expensive, but actually for Belgium, it's a reasonable living cost, especially for international students. Tuition fees are usually estimated at 835 euros to 4,000 euros per year. And for us here at the embassy, if you will be applying for student visa, we index the expense per month at 730 euro for the proof of financial capability. And then next, we also have, of course, central location. So I highlighted earlier that, of course, Belgium, especially Brussels, sits right in the middle of the of Europe. So it's very well connected to different metropolitan cities as well. You can make use of public transportation, bicycles, trains to get around Brussels, Belgium, and even Europe in general. And then, of course, we also have rich culture and multilingual society. So I think this is already pretty much given the different regions and communities that we have. But not to worry as well. Actually, if you are not familiar as well with French or Dutch, there are still a lot of different universities in Belgium that offer English courses, English taught programs. And then finally, quality of education. Actually, Belgium is also, a lot of our Belgian universities are among the top universities for rankings, especially in 2019 for Reuters. This year, KU Leuven, which is in Dutch-speaking Belgium, the top 200 universities in Europe this year. So if you're interested, of course, you can approach us. And KU Leuven also has an online booth at ehefphilippines.com, and their student coordinators will be available to take on some questions if you have as well. You can directly talk to them. And then, this is a sample cost also. So, take note that it ultimately depends, of course, on your lifestyle, spending habits, and the city in Belgium which you will be staying in. So naturally, of course, if you stay in bigger cities, the general cost might be a little higher, but more or less, a lot of our alumni as well, and even some of my colleagues at work said that this is pretty much how it looks like. So it's 930. Oh, the zero is missing. It's not 93 euros. It's 930 euros per month, more or less. And that already includes accommodation, food, transportation, books, health and utilities, and leisure. Of course, it will also vary if you're on a scholarship. This can go so much lower as well. And then finally, of course, we have student application process. These are the 4 key parts of the processes. So first, check. Check if the university that you're interested in, if you meet the application requirements to them, because some requires that you at least have insert number of years of work experience, or that they require you to have a related degree before you apply to them, especially in masters. I've noticed that a lot of the Belgian universities we have would usually also check what your previous bachelor's degrees are, so you need to check this. And also, an advice as well is to figure out whether you want to stay in Dutch-speaking or French-speaking Belgium, because this helps you narrow down your options. And then next, of course, you fill out the forms. This is mostly online. And also, you can visit your respective universities that you're interested in for their forms, and then you submit. It's important to take note of the deadlines as well, because for most universities in Belgium, usually you need to send in your applications by April or March, because the semesters will start around summer of Belgium, or maybe around August, July to August. And then you wait. Of course, the waiting game is probably the most time-consuming part here in the process, because of course our universities in Belgium also have receive a lot of different applications, and especially for international students. So it's it really requires your patience to wait. But yeah, these are pretty much it for the student application process. And then for visa-related inquiries, for student visa, of course, you can send an email to us at the embassy. So that is manila.visa@diplobel.fed.be, so that we can answer your inquiries about visa-related concerns. Actually, in the embassy's website, and the embassy's Facebook page, we're also on Facebook. We also have information there, and on the website you will be able to find the different student visa requirements. We have 2 visa categories. Visa type C is short stay visa for student visa, and visa type B for long stay. So if you will be staying, like for instance, if your program is longer than 90 days, we will recommend you to do the long stay visa, and that will be 180 euros as visa fee. But those who will be under the Erasmus Mundus or Erasmus Plus scholarships are not required to pay the visa fee. This is waived if you are an Erasmus scholar. And this is our contact details. So the earlier email is for visa concerns, but for general concerns, especially if you would like us to connect you to universities in Belgium, we also do that at the embassy. You can just send us an email at manila@diplobel.fed.be. I can connect you with student coordinators once you're sure which program or university you want to take. Our phone number is also in there. And then our Facebook page, that is BE Embassy Manila on Facebook. And if you can take a photo, or if you Google it, it will come up first on the engine anyways. That's philippines.diplomacy.belgium.be. That is the official website. and that is where we put all of our visa and consular services for everyone's reference. And that's it for my presentation. So, for questions? Okay, so if there are no questions from anyone, the Belgian Embassy's booth is also at the EHEF fair. We're right at the entrance. So you can also just drop by there to get brochures, and so that maybe we can talk to you one-on-one and give you advice or recommendations. And then on the EHEF Philippines website, if you register there, our online booths are available to take on your questions between 2 to 7 p.m. Manila local time. Thank you so much.